People are asking what Michael Owen has said, so let me just read this one out to you. 1 second. Let's get my notes open. So Michael Owen has said, according to Chris Bascom, who did a piece for The Telegraph, said, if Trent Alexander-Arnold wants to talk Real Madrid, he has my number. And not only that, he went on to say, if Trent goes, no one should begrudge him. He should be regarded as a hero. I don't love going back to Anfield because I'm not loved. Trent has my number. So let's just think about that for a second. He doesn't love going back to Anfield because he's not loved. Well, why aren't you loved, Michael? Might it be because you played for Manchester United after Liverpool? Might that be it, Michael? Might it be that you were referred to many times as England's Michael Owen and not Liverpool's Michael Owen? Might it be that you ran off at the first opportunity and you want to be thought of highly? To tell Liverpool fans how they should feel about Trent is again just domineering and arrogant from Owen. So Liverpool fans will decide how they want to remember any former player, not just Trent. And this bullshit about you've got my number if you want to talk about Madrid. Well, let's talk about how you're received back when you come to Liverpool, Michael, because I don't wish that on Trent. And all everybody's trying to do here is to show Trent, one, go to Madrid, that he can achieve what he wants to achieve here. And they're very different times. So Owen or McMahon at Real Madrid was a different era where Liverpool maybe weren't challenging. Right now, this young man can achieve everything he wants to at Liverpool. There's no need for him to go anywhere. And former players and pundits and everybody else that has any association to our football club should absolutely be banding together to put the pressure on the club to get these contracts sorted out. You know, it's honestly, I don't get it. Have I missed something about FSG? Like, I don't understand how they have brainwashed so many people into doing their dirty work for them. It's cowardly. Jamie Carragher, Michael Owen and any other former Liverpool player or somebody who professes to support the club should be absolutely fuming that we're even in this position. Because there's no reason for it. There's no need to be here. But yeah, here we are. Again, waiting on the owners. And I don't want to hear this, it's on Hughes and Edwards crap. They're all two sides of the same arse. Mo deserves better than this. Now, full disclosure, previously, as I've said, I was somebody who said Mohamed Salah's contract negotiations had been a distraction. And they were. But I'd like to point out that this is a very different scenario. Right now, we're facing on the barrel of the spine of our team walking away for nothing. Again, I don't think this has gotten enough coverage by these pundits. What type of clever ownership allows a situation to come to fruition where these boys can walk out the door for free? How's that clever? How's that in the best interest of the football club? Everybody's laughing at Liverpool right now. You've got fans of Manchester City, United, Arsenal, Chelsea, all asking what Liverpool are on and why the fuck haven't they given Mo a contract extension. I don't get it. I don't get how Mo is the villain in this scenario. I just don't. If Mo came out tomorrow and said, well, I'm off. I'm sick of this. I'm just not feeling the love, not feeling the emotion, not feeling wanted here. Could you blame him? Because it won't be the fans that don't have his back. It's the people, like I've always said, who have the ability to form these narratives that are steering the direction in anger towards Mo. It's quite simply embarrassing. It's pathetic. And I don't remember it in the past. I don't remember it when Virgil came out a few weeks ago and said that he hadn't been given a contract offer yet. I don't remember the same backlash. Why is that? Truthfully, I don't know the answer why it is. But I know it's hypocrisy, yet again. And trying to just make it because it's a big week. It's no more big a week than any other fucking week at Liverpool. We have a big game against City in the league, but every game in the Premier League is going to be a big game. And there's no right time to do these things. To come out and try to hold your club to account. When Jurgen did it, it was brilliant and everyone loved it. When Jurgen maybe clapped back a little bit, that was great. But when Mo does it, bad Mo. Bad Mo. Selfish Mo. I don't get it. It's pathetic. Ian Harkness said, even if Salah's form falls off a cliff in the Premier League, we'd always get good Saudi money. Give him a new contract. It's a no-brainer. Again, so I'm not for 1 second trying to say that these aren't tricky negotiations. Or I'm not for 1 second trying to say that the club don't have to be somewhat careful about benchmarks that they're setting down for the future or for future contract renewals. I understand and appreciate all of that. I'm not an idiot. But, again, where's the intelligence behind letting it get to this point? You know, praising the owners works both ways as well. You have to be able to be critical of them when they've shit the bed. Paul Joyce at least came out and said it feels like these owners have taken their eye off the ball with regards to Trent to allow this situation to develop. You know, potentially they're going to let a £100 million footballer walk out the door for free and then tell us we're broke. Or tell us that we have to mind the pennies. It's unfathomable. Same with Salah. Could have had 150 million for Salah last year and they turned it down, which I believe was the right decision. But then they haven't worked to renew his contract. So they said, we don't want to let go of him, he's important to us, but then also haven't sorted out his contract. It just doesn't make sense to me. So Robbo has been speaking a little bit about Trent, and I loved what Robbo had to say. He said, Trent is one of the closest friends I've got in the changing room. We kind of went on the journey together, which they did, to be fair. They were and are, you know, two iconic full-backs of the club. He's absolutely a fantastic footballer and a fantastic person. I think the quality speaks for itself. At the top level, one of the best, if not the best, right-backs in the world. I think he shows year on year. Probably people forget he's still fairly young. He's probably getting a wee bit older now, but he's still young enough to get even better. I think that is the main thing for him, and he's got a will to succeed and a will to learn. And I think you've seen that this season as well. He's a pleasure to play with. We've kind of grown together within the fullback role, and I've enjoyed doing that with him. Again, reading between the lines there, it feels like Robbo's kind of even going, you know, come on, lads. You can't tell me that the players in that dressing room don't want these boys there next season. You know, so it's not just us, the fans, that they're embarrassing. You've got players in there who are probably thinking, well, when I get to 30, am I going to be thrown under the bus? Am I going to be dealt with in this way? You know, it is about respect sometimes. And I just think Mo has outsmarted the club on this occasion at times, because the battle for hearts and minds is important. And the court of public opinion is important. And Mohamed Salah has just let it be known very clearly. He wants to be here, but he hasn't received an offer. You know, so what if that upsets people? Tough shit. We're all upset waiting around. We're all upset at the idea that three of the most important players in the recent history of our club are 6 months away from walking out the door for free. Does that not matter? Connor Evans said, FSG have never invested heavily in the squad. But yeah, I don't feel we need a change of ownership just yet. Definitely think these contracts aren't sorted. That could be the end of FSG. So let's take your comment there, Connor, because I think it's a good comment to work off here. So, like yourself, mate, I have been displeased with some stuff the owners have done. Super League stuff was the big one for me, Connor. But I can understand your stance completely. And I've said at many points, mate, since the start of this season, get these contracts sorted out. Get a midfielder in for Arna. And we're close. And I don't think the owners would be getting any grief. And they would need to be getting any grief. But we aren't there yet, mate. And once again, stuff that we see other clubs dealing with quite easily and quickly, our club are dragging out. And for what? Like saving a couple of months' wages? I really just don't understand it. I feel like there are some big PR own goals here from the owners that they could have easily avoided.